Thornwatch is a card-based game set in the Eyrewood, and the mission of it is to get a group of people around a table and have adventures in this magical forest.
Thornwatch is a fantasy universe that is set in the Eyrewood. It was this thing that Mike and Jerry laid out in front of me, this beautiful environment, lavishly illustrated, of a forest that is affected by this horrible concept called the ebb, and it warps monsters and makes people in the town always afraid to go out. But there's this magical set of spirits called the Thornwatch that you can tie a knot in a tree and summon. In this game, you get to play those spirits. You're summoned to solve a problem for the forest folk. And if you can defeat that problem, then one more day goes by without the world being turned upside down for these people.
Originally, the mechanics of Thornwatch were structured in such a way that it's designed to get you into action really fast. You arrive at the knot, and you've got a mission to complete.
It's that action, it's basically that action movie intro. By the time you arrive, something terrible has already happened, and it's actually your job to fix it.
When you play Thornwatch, you play as a member of the Thornwatch. You are already badass. You're already as strong as you're going to be. You're already super powerful. It's not really about, killing a skeleton and then seeing if his sword is a little bit better than your sword. Like you got a good sword.
Yeah,
you're good.
These are mystic martial heroes
summoned magically. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not there to learn about stuff, and they're not there to they're not going to the store.
They are there to solve problems.
We make the players spend a great deal of time on each other's turns, thinking about what they're going to do and influencing the other turns that players are taking. There's an initiative system and a damage system, which I think is never been done before. You will be riveted the entire time when you're playing the game, because all of the visual activity draws you back down to the table.
The game itself is going to feel like a graphic novel that you're playing. There's a lot of comic art. A lot of it is based on 2D comic book style artwork.
There's a lot of flavor, a lot of writing to ground people in there, but still give them a little bit of room to. We always want the Eyrewood to be mysterious.
Yeah.
But we want to give people just enough so that they can make it their own place.
Yeah.
It is an invitational game,
yeah.
And every part of it, all the visual aspects, it's all designed to be beautiful to approach.
You get to be deep into this environment. You get a deck of cards, you get a beautiful map to play on, you get all these storyboards that allow you to create your own stories in sort of a choose your own adventure environment. Everything in the game feels like it's built for a comic book drama, and I don't think there's any other game that does that.
We put it out to publishers and that sort of thing. Is this something that we could actually do?
Yeah. Are we nuts?
Yeah, are we nuts? And the response was, hey, you've got something good there, you should try to make it. But we're not, we don't make games. Penny Arcade is not a game-making company, and I just was sort of banging my head against the wall, trying to figure out how to finish it, right? And that's when Loan Shark came along.
They said, can you help us make this? And it was something that we wanted to do. I would say the PAX South iteration was really good. The PAX East iteration was great.
Yeah.
And the Gen Con iteration was done.
Yeah. What we showed at Gen Con is a game that I would be proud of if you took that out of a box.
Right. We walked out of Gen Con going, this is a real game.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's why we're bringing it to Kickstarter now. So we got a print and play on this thing.
We do.
Yeah.
We've been working on it for a while.
That's right. It's really good, but we need your feedback. So if you would, print it, play it.
Yeah, that's step 2.
Give us feedback.
Yeah, that's step 3.
And we will use that feedback to make the best game we can possibly make.
It's been a passion project for, I think, a lot of people here at Penny Arcade and at Loan Shark now. And I'm just super proud of the final result. I think that the game that all of us have made is really special, and I'm excited for everybody to play it.
Yeah, I'm excited for a time when we aren't the only ones who really know it.
Right.
You know what that's going to be? Right now.
Soon.
There's a print and play.
Yeah, I guess
they can just scroll down and know it all.
That day is here.
That very day is right today. I think the whole thing is something that nobody's really ever seen before, and this kind of game doesn't really have a genre. There's some elements of role-playing in it, some elements of board games, some elements of tactical miniatures games, but it's really a unique thing that I think everybody's going to enjoy.